Hello guys, hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a part of part of their journey to grow. And I also help students to clear their FRM and CFA exam in the first attempt. And today I'm back with one of my students interview. His name is Ashok and he's been able to clear the FRM Level 1 exam in May 2022. And he's been able to clear it in the first attempt. And he's also working in the public sector back. So today we're going to be talking about his journey, what was his way of preparation, how he was managed to clear the exam, what are the challenges that he faced, and so that other students, especially the public sector bank students, can learn from his challenge and his journey and can be motivated to clear the exam in the first attempt. Okay, so with this, we'll start with the discussion. So first of all, Ashok, thank you very much for joining in and being a part of this conversation.
Thank you, sir.
And I know this is very late. We are actually talking at around 10 p.m. now, so it's very late for you to and for taking out time and contributing to the community is definitely thank you very much for that. And before we start the conversation, so when you decided to go for FRM, okay,
Yes.
so what were you doing? What is the work experience that you have? What was the educational background that you had?
Okay. So my education background, I have done engineering, and after that, I had joined bank, and I have around 11 years of experience in public sector bank. And there, I have worked in branches. I have worked in branches, and then a regional office. And currently, I was working in audit team.
So last study that you did, proper study, was engineering college.
Yeah, proper study was in engineering college. I passed out in 2009. So that was a proper study. And after that, I have given some exams like I for IIBF and also some banking exams, but not continuous study of 6 or 7 months. That is not I have done.
Okay. So this was something new for you also, in the sense you have to continuously sit and prepare for a slightly tough exam from that perspective.
Yes.
Now, when did you start your preparation? Which month you got the books? You said, okay, I'll start. What was that?
Okay. So actually, I was thinking for FRM for a very long time, but never registered for it. And my thing, I thought that it will be some easy exam, like we give IIBF exam or some other certificate exams that happen in India, and for many bank people give those exams. So I thought it will be like the same. And once I will register, after that I will study. So I registered on. I remember I registered on 2nd of December for the exam, for May exam. And before that, I had not. I had just seen the syllabus. What is the syllabus? But I had not started studying. And then I bought books, FRM books and Treasure. These two books I bought, and I started with FRM books, GAR books, and I started with book 1, and then because I was doing self-study, so I saw some videos and one of the videos was said that you should do book 2 first. So I started book 2 again.
Okay.
I had done half of book 1 and then I started book 2. And because I had done engineering, so things were not that difficult for me, but I didn't know what kind of questions were going to come. So I was reading, I was understanding the theory, I was understanding the formulas, but I didn't know how they are going to ask me the question, what question they will ask.
Okay.
So, and second problem I faced as a self-study was how to use calculator. Because that is not that for that videos are not available easily for calculator. So then I watched your videos on YouTube, and actually the way you taught, it resonates with my style of study. The way you explain things on timeline and everything so that resonates with my style. So I decided to go with you.
Okay, and when did you start with me?
Your video classes on February.
Start of February.
Yeah, at the start of February, on 1st of February, I joined your class.
So you got the video lectures, you got the question back. Now, after that, what was first of all, what was the time commitment that you were putting every single day?
Yeah. When I joined February and your video lecture, I also joined the Telegram group, and there I checked the questions. Before that, I was going very easy. Like I had to just read once a while. I had to read. Well, I thought I had to complete all the 62 chapters, and that will be enough. But when I joined the Telegram group, people were asking questions, and then I got it that whatever I am doing is not sufficient. So
Okay.
I started to study like 2.5 hours I study in the morning. I used to wake
Hmm.
up at 4:30 or 5, and till
Hmm.
7:30 I study. And since I had done half of book one and half of book two, so I used to watch their videos while going to the work as a revision.
Okay. Okay.
So while going to the work, I used to watch those videos, and then again while coming back to home, I used to watch those videos. So that way I was doing
Okay.
the revision, and I started your lecture with book three. Book
Hmm.
three topics as you had given in the planner. So
Excel
mostly
tracker.
book three
Yes.
was initial. Yeah. So
Right.
the tracker, I started doing that tracker, and simultaneously I was revising book one and book two.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
But on a
I
daily
was
basis, how
giving
much
around
time you were putting?
4 hours a day. Sorry,
4 hours. 4 hours of proper study
a day.
without travel time.
No, without travel time, I was doing 2.5 hours, 2.5
Okay.
hours
And one
on
and a half hour
weekdays,
was
and on
traveling
weekend
include.
it was more. And
Okay.
on weekend it was more.
So now, so basically, so on that 2.5 hour, you were doing the book three, and that 1.5 hour traveling, you
Yeah,
were revising book one and book two. Okay.
yeah.
When did you start solving the question bank also simultaneously, or you did it after later on?
No, actually, I started solving the question bank simultaneously, and to be frankly, because I have some good short-term memory, so I was getting very high score when I solved it. Like when I solved first both chapter and I solved its questions, I got very high score. So I thought
Okay.
this can't be true because when I am reading the Telegram questions, people are asking
Hmm.
that I am not able. I was not able to solve those questions, but in
Right.
book I was getting good. So I stopped solving the questions, and
Okay.
my first aim was to complete the syllabus first
So
because
when
I
did you
was already
complete it?
running behind.
When did you complete it?
Uh, I completed like uh, uh, end of April. I completed everything in end of April, but by that time I also revised book one, two, three,
And question bank?
and question bank I started in May. Question bank I
Oh,
started in May. Yes,
May
I started
1st.
in May. Question. Yeah,
And
May first
when
I
was your
started
exam
in.
date? When was your exam date?
It was 12th May. 12th May.
So, and now I'm talking about chapter wise questions. Huh? Chapter wise question you started in May.
Yes. No, I didn't solve chapter wise questions. Actually, uh,
Okay.
like I was picking random questions from even from chapter wise. I was picking random questions like I'll solve 3 questions from this chapter, then 4 questions from another chapter because I didn't want it to get in the flow because I knew the paper will not be coming in same pattern.
Okay.
Like all the questions from bonds will not come together. So I was also jumbling those questions.
Okay. And then, so when you said after May you started question, that means you started mock papers?
Yeah, mock paper and also sectional test. I also did the sectional test
Okay. Okay.
and mock
Okay.
paper and questions that with the chapters. Question
Okay.
bank,
Interesting.
chapter wise question
Interesting.
bank also.
So you were able to complete all the sectional tests and all the mock papers properly, the 4 mock papers.
Uh,
You were able to
yes.
complete all the mock papers
Like,
properly, right? Hmm.
not all. I have checked all the questions of mock paper and I think on 4th or 5th of May I was giving my first mock paper. I thought I will give it as a proper exam. And on that day, after 2.5 hours, I found it very difficult. Actually, I found it very difficult. And then I thought,
Okay.
okay, I will give 4 hours because I had constraint of time.
Huh.
So I decided that I cannot sit for 4 hours for the exam. And then again, I have to solve all those questions to check what I have done wrong.
Okay.
So, so that will, for one paper, I would need around 8 or 9 hours. So that luxury I didn't have. So I started solving all the questions and just read the question. And if I get it, that's good. If not, I just check the answer.
Okay.
How
So
what is the process to solve
you
that
did
question?
not solve giving a proper 4 hour time. You just looked at the question and went
Yeah.
ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And you did it for all the questions. all the mock papers that we
Yeah,
had given.
all the papers.
And
And
GARP
I
sample
saw
paper?
the GAR's latest. Sorry,
GARP sample paper
I
also.
saw the latest GAR paper and two previous GAR papers.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, before you went for the exam, what do you think was the major challenge that you faced from, say, Feb, when you actually started reading seriously, till the exam date? What was your challenge?
A challenge. The first challenge was the time, because I had to concentrate on the work. I cannot. I had to complete all the tasks which was given to me, and
Right.
as we are given time bound tasks. Like
Hmm.
my main days used to be counted. As in audit, I was in audit team, so
Okay.
my main days used to be counted. That how many main days I have spent on a certain project or on a
Project.
certain audit. So I have to
Okay.
complete those projects also. So and then I have to uh, read this, and I have to revise also simultaneously, because I didn't have the time. I knew that I will not have much time to revise. So I have to revise simultaneously. So first thing uh, so this was a challenge, and to overcome this, one thing I used to do is I improved my efficiency at the office also. Like if I had to prepare
Okay.
three reports in a day, okay, if I have to prepare three reports in a day, I used to prepare two before lunch, and then 2 hours I will dedicate for my study in the office, 2 hours for
Oh,
study, and then again the third report.
wow.
So
So this is
that,
interesting. I mean, you realized that how can you improve your efficiency, can increase your time for the FRM exam. So,
yeah, yeah,
and did you get leave before
and
the exam?
yeah, I got the leave before the exam. Uh, I was
How
on
much?
leave since from 4th of May. The first day
4th
I
till
decided
12th.
to give the exam. 4th to 12th, I was on leave.
Okay. So almost a
So
week leave you had, probably proper
yeah,
week's leave.
yeah,
Now, when you went for
proper leave.
the exam, okay, what happened in that first hour when you started the question? First hour.
So in I was confident because I had done all this. I have completed my syllabus, so that has given me confidence that I have completed my syllabus in 3 months. So and second thing I knew, because I have also revised, not only completed, I have revised
Revised also.
whatever
Okay.
not proper time, but I was confident in it. And
Okay.
one thing I decided that I will not waste time initially. So if I
Okay.
knew the question, and if I get the answer, I will take it. Otherwise, I flag it and move on.
Perfect.
So I
Okay.
remember, yeah. So in first hour, I was around 28 or 29, 28th or 29th of course.
Okay. Okay.
I have flagged few of them,
Mm-hmm.
but
Got it. Got
I
it.
was
Yes.
yeah. So
So
I
you
was
were
at
able to
28,
at
29,
least
and then
see
I
the
was
entire
comfortable.
question. And you were
Yeah,
solving whatever
yeah,
you were comfortable. So when you reached 100,
yeah.
for example, do you remember how much time was left?
Um, I think it was around 5 or 10 minutes. 10, I think 10
Okay.
minutes was left. 10 minutes was
And
left.
then did you
And
get
then
time to
I
revise? Look at the flagged question. Did you get time to do that?
yes, I I got the time, because after 1 hour I didn't flag many of the questions, because after 1 hour I knew that now I have only 70 questions for 3 hours. So
Okay.
I
So,
got the time to revise also.
so you
So
became
initially
slightly comfortable with the
yeah,
exam
after, because
environment.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So now, so the time was not a problem. And out of the
no.
entire 100 question, how many you think were theory and how many were calculation?
Actually it was more theory, and around 15 to 20 were numericals only. It
Okay.
was not more than 20. Numericals were not more than 20. It was 15 to 20 numericals,
So those
and
numericals were
mostly theory.
easy. Those numericals were easy or difficult?
Yes, numericals were easy. A few of them were very easy. I didn't thought that I will get this type of numerical. A few of them
Okay.
were very easy, and few of them were like mix of theory. It was not just
Okay.
you have to solve the question and you have to just give the bond price or something. You have to also find why you have to choose this, why you have
Okay.
done anything something like this. So you have to also check this.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And primarily, the theory questions were, out of the theory questions, how many you think were easy? So out of 80 questions, how many you think were easy?
Out of it, I actually don't remember right now. But
Okay, no, no problem,
when
no
I
problem.
completed, yeah, when I completed my paper, I was confident that I will get more than 65. I
Okay,
had this confidence I have solved more than 65 correctly, and
okay. So one more.
rest were calculated
Okay, so now
guess.
one more small question related to. So you have seen the entire treasure properly. So when you
Yeah,
went for the
yeah, entire
exam,
treasure.
you were able to understand the question. You were able to connect back to the
Yes,
which chapter it is, which page it is, like that.
yes, yes,
There
yes,
was
yes.
nothing outside from treasure in the exam. Am I correct?
No, yes, that it was a complete treasure.
Complete treasure. So basically, you read treasures,
Uh,
you will be able to do the entire justice to the entire question.
yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, when what are the quartiles that you got? When you came out, the result happened. What was the quartile that you got? Book wise, first book, second book.
I got 1 2 1 2 in first book one, second book two,
Wow.
third book one, and fourth book two.
So the last two books, I mean, definitely this is very, very important because of the high weightage, but 1 2 1 2 is a very good score. And especially taking into consideration that you had 3 months
Yes,
for preparation, you did not solve the chapter wise question.
yes.
So these two are actually short time is slightly
I think
tricky, but you need to solve a lot of questions. But you were able to understand. I think so. You got a lot of conceptual clarity when you were reading the content also, and that helped you
yeah,
in the exam.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, while watching your videos also, I used to write a lot. Like I have
Okay.
two or three register I have filled by writing the notes, and I have written those things which is not which you used to say just say only, like which is not given in this weather also. For
Okay.
something, some example, you quote some example or something like that. So I used to write that example also, because that example will again, when I will revise, that example will connect me with what you had taught me. So I
Right.
used to write
Right.
those examples, and also I used to write the questions like in questions from your PPT
Mm-hmm.
while teaching any chapter. You used to give questions from PPT. So I used to write those questions and how to approach those questions. So because
Wow. Okay.
those are the sample questions. So I used to write because I didn't wanted to again search for those questions. So I wrote all of them.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I think so. Because of this exhaustive preparation, even the question bank was
Yeah,
not done. It didn't create a problem for you because
yeah.
you
Because
gone.
uh,
Yeah. Please go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because the questions you taught in the video lecture, they are kind of cover many of topics, many of concepts. They are
Right.
conceptually heavy. So when you solve those questions, you get the concept again. That okay, this is
Hmm.
how this thing happens. So
Okay.
that's why
Okay.
I wrote those questions, and also not only questions but also their answer and how to approach those questions. Like you used to say, I used to write that also.
Okay. Got it. Got it. I mean, wonderful. I mean, this kind of dedication to write down and when go to the video in so detail. I think so. That was a very, very important factor in your success, and that actually changed the game for you.
Yes,
So
yes,
wonderful,
definitely,
wonderful.
definitely.
And three tips now. I would ask you to give 3 tips to students who are preparing for the exam.
Uh, First step is be confident in yourself, because if you have doubt on yourself, then you will not be able to clear the exam.
Okay.
You have to and then have determination. Second thing, because this is an exhaustive exam, you have to study a lot and study hard, and questions will be comprehensive, and so you have to study comprehensively. So you need determination and you need dedication. So that is second thing. And third thing is have a practical approach. Like you just can't read the theory and try to understand. You have to practically think what is happening in the market.
Hmm. Okay.
Actually,
Okay. Wonderful.
that this is also I did. Like this is again I used to do. I used to read some articles, extra articles.
Okay.
While I was doing something, I got subscription to some sites. and those is some article which I think this will be important for my FRM exam. So I wrote those articles also.
Okay, okay, interesting. And if I ask you to give a message to all the students, specifically preparing for public sector bank, what would be that message?
That message will be like same. You have to dedicate and you have to take your time. Like even in my colleagues, few of I haven't told most of people, but few of the colleagues who are asking me, they are asking how you prepared and how much time you used to give. And so I tell them that if you want to start preparing now, then you should. If you want to appear for next year May exam, you should start preparing now, because taking time for 4 and 5 hours a day will not be easy task. You have to sacrifice a lot of things, Like I didn't went for any vacation in last 6 or 7 months. Even now I started preparing for level 2, so I have not gone any vacation. I went for at my home only for Holi for 4 days, and nothing else. No vacation, no. And on weekends, I never visited any place. I didn't went out on weekends. I used to study on weekends. So if
Okay.
for any public sector bank employees, they want to start, they should start early.
Okay, or it's because at the end you'll have to give slightly higher time. So this would starting early would help them to
And
make things easy for him. Right.
starting early will definitely will help.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you, Ashok. I mean, this interview is going to be very different interview because I've spoken to a lot of people. Very few people have not solved the chapter question and cleared the exam. So definitely the conceptual clarity they must have got is very good to help them pass through the exam. And that to the quartile was not bad. I mean, it was 1-2-1-2. So from that perspective, definitely this interview is going to be very motivating for banking students, banking people at least, to come and go for the exam. And for college students also, primarily, or somebody who's working and feels that I cannot give a next exam, okay, because I don't have time. Definitely your story can motivate them and help them to go for the exam easily. So thank you very much, Ashok. Thank you for taking out time and talking to us and giving the insight on your journey. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.